The White House says completing the Keystone pipeline would not slow rising gas prices. Watch this.
Would President Biden ever undo his executive order that stopped the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline?
Are you suggesting that would solve the gas prices issue?
Well, do you think that that would maybe affect prices faster than getting the whole country off of fossil fuels?
I actually don't think it would.
Okay, well, there's a difference of opinion right there, isn't there? Governor Mike Huckabee joins us this Tuesday morning. Governor, banning Russian oil, and that's, I believe, the proposal this morning, that is not going to lower the price of gas, is it?
No, it has nothing to do with lowering the price of gasoline, but what it will do is send a message to Russia. What we need to do is to send a message to the world that we have an enormous level of oil and gas under our own feet in the United States. We have more than Russia. That's the thing people don't understand. If you just look at what they have in Texas, the Permian, the Eagle Ford and the Barnett Shale play. In North Dakota, you've got the Bakken Shale play. My gosh, here in Arkansas, we've got the Fayetteville Shale play. There are vast amounts of oil and gas, but if the federal government, because they're so hell-bent on having green energy that we're not ready for, and we don't have the technology to fully use it, instead of that, we could be enjoying very low energy prices and actually exporting energy to the rest of the world instead of having to beg OPEC and other countries to please give us some.
On that note, while we face record high gas prices, Vice President Harris is pushing green energy as the solution. Governor, just watch this for a minute. Roll it.
We are all in the midst of a turning point. We have the technology to transition to a zero-emission fleet. We can address the climate crisis and grow our economy at the same time.
You know, Governor, it occurs to me that we are paying a very high price for green energy dreams. What say you?
Well, you're, as always, Stu, you're exactly right. Of course you are. But no, in all seriousness, when she says stuff like that, first of all, you would think that the biggest crisis on planet Earth today is the climate, which, you know, in and of itself may not be a big crisis at some point. But I've lived enough life, as have you, to know that we go through every 10 years a new climate crisis. It's going to get cold. No, it's going to get warm. No, the ozone layer is going to evaporate, and we're all going to turn into Pop-Tarts. Every 10 years we have some new crisis, and the next thing you know, if we don't do something right now, we're all going to die. And so the truth is, technology is always advancing. We're doing better. We're living with cleaner energy than we have. Even our use of fossil fuels is cleaner than it's ever been, and it's more efficient than it's ever been. And we can get to a place where it would be wonderful to have sustainable green energy, but we're not there yet. And when Elon Musk, who has made a fortune on electric cars, says we ought to be drilling our own oil, I wish somebody would listen to him. My gosh, I wish Elon Musk would run for president, for heaven's sakes.
I hear you, Governor. I hear you. I wish you'd come on this show and could do a good interview. Governor Huckabee, great stuff. See you again real soon. Thank you, sir.